Greetings once again. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. And today's book is Uptown Girl, a memoir by Christie Brinkley with Sarah Toland. This is published by Harper Influence. It retails for $34 in the United States, $42 in Canada, and it is 410 pages long. Christie Brinkley is one of the most famous supermodels of all time. In this book, she talks about her life before modeling, during modeling, and after modeling. And she's had quite the life. But it hasn't been a positive life from birth to present day. And today she's in her, I think she turned 70 recently. But anyways, this book looks at what has happened during her life, the highs and lows. Now, she was a biological daughter of Herb Hudson, and he was not a nice man. He used to beat her with a belt, and eventually her brother Greg, and her mother decided to leave because they couldn't take this any longer. So her mother met Don Brinkley, who adopted the two children, Christy and Greg, and they had a very, very happy life. And so it was in Paris that Christie was sort of discovered. She was standing in front of a phone booth, and a famous photographer for Elle magazine took her picture. He said, "Could I take your picture?" And he did. And people liked her look. And like they said, that's the story of the story. And soon she was appearing in all the top magazines, Vogue, Glamour. She was in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. And she was basically one of the most sought-after models in the world. And she tells her story, but there's also negativity to the fact that she was a supermodel, because she mentions in the book her diary of what she ate, and it was virtually, was hardly enough food to keep a mouse alive. But of course, as a model, she had to have the look of a model and the figure of a model. So she sacrificed a lot early in her modeling career to become a supermodel. Now later, she did movies. She did the vacation series, National Lampoon Vacation series with Chevy Chase, and but she also met some very famous people. Her second marriage was to Billy Joel, and it was great love. They had a daughter together, Alexa Ray. And but unfortunately, the marriage sort of fell apart thanks to Billy Joel's drinking, and he was with other women too. So it just disintegrated. Then she met Richard Tubman, who was a real estate man, but he was sort of her. She was his cash cow, because he was always asking for money, even though he supposedly had a lot of money. So they had a child together, Jack. And the marriage did not last long because she knew he was trouble. He wasn't who he said he was, and it was all about the money. He really wanted to use her for her, as the national bank of Christie, really. So her fourth marriage was to Peter Cook, and they had a daughter, Sailor. And they divorced, I think, back in 2008, and she has really not been married since then. In fact, she's pretty well stayed to, she's still doing modeling, but she's also done stage productions of like Chicago. She did the stage version, and she's still very active. But at 70 years old, she definitely decided it was time to tell her story in this memoir. And it is a fascinating look, like I said, the highs and lows of her life. Not everybody has a perfect life, and she certainly did not. Thanks to the early years with her biological father, being beaten. But now she's good friends with Billy Joel still, but unfortunately it just wasn't meant to work out. So this is the most fascinating book, over 400 pages. You'll find it most interesting, and it's got some of her original artwork as well too. She's a great artist. So if you're looking for a book about a supermodel, and one that is really told from the heart, then this definitely is a book for you. So if you do purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. So I thank you for watching this video review. Hopefully you found it informative. And I will be back very soon with another excellent book. Until that time, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.